Okay, so it's time to put a handle on this big pitcher, big stocky guy. And I threw this so that it's ready to go. No trimming necessary on this guy. Because I did the trimming, I think we did the trimming, right? How to trim a pitcher in the last video. Okay, so what you want to do is find the opposite side of the spout, which isn't always as obvious as you think, because I put plenty of them on that weren't in the right place. And score this.
So you're scoring it right up into that rim.
Yeah, I'm going to take this right off the top of the rim, and then I'm going to find the part of this where it matches this curve on this shape.
Nice.
Which is going to be down around here somewhere. Score that. That guy's ready to go. Now, pulling a handle from clay. Clay stub here. What I do is I usually try and get this somewhat close to the size, so you don't have to like really kind of milk it. You just want to shape what you've got there, and I'm basically just going to make a stub. And this is going to be fairly rounded, and I'm forming my hand like that. Who's that guy? Beggar Bergen.
Yeah. Senior Wences.
Yes, for all of you watching who are old enough to remember that, he had a puppet.
I'm
so it's
making
sort of
a
like
pot.
that.
I'm making a pot.
Yes. Side. Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Okay, so you make this kind of round.
Senior Wences pulls the handle.
Yes, Senior Wences. Yes. We won't go there.
All right.
So this is, I flattened that out a little bit after I made it round, then I flattened it just a little so it has rounded sides. And then you take it and you put it on a board like that. Then you go straight down like that so it matches the straight part. So now we're going to take this guy. You need some slip. It's good to do this after you've pulled a lot of handles or thrown and you have some slip. Usually right off the edge of this is a good place to get it when you're throwing your throwing water. And then you're going to smush some on there where we scored it. And then we're going to take this, which I hope is big enough. Boy, you know, I don't know if that's big enough. Well, we'll give it a try. So you can see how the profile of that, how that's going. Smush that guy on there, not real hard, just enough to get it secure. And then you just seal off the edges. You don't want to destroy the integrity of this form that you have, this handle form. You don't want to like get really thin in here. Just enough to seal it down, the edges, so that they don't crack. And you want this to be fairly short, because if it isn't, it's just going to flop over. If you pull this like that long, then it's going to fall over and it's hard to deal with. So it's best to keep it straight. So now, got that there. Now what I'm going to do with this mostly, at this point, since it's rounded on the sides, is I'm going to pull down. And again, in forming this, it's good if you can keep this as an oval in this direction, because it's easy to flatten it out, and then you end up with a square one. And you can form this with your thumb on the sides, on the front. You can do the same thing on the back with your thumb. Over here, it's a little harder. There are ways of doing it. I usually do it mostly with my fingers. I'm going to keep that pretty straight. You can taper handles. You can make them small on top, wide in the bottom, wide on top, small on the bottom. This one's going to be fairly even, because I kind of like that look. Okay, now, put some decoration on this. Just drag your thumbnail just lightly. You're not pulling the handle anymore. Just drag it lightly. And I should have pointed out that you need to get the feel of how long this needs to be for whatever form you're putting it on. And then, where am I going to put this? I am going to move this for a second. I'm going to put this down here. This is a heavy one. About to where I think that's going to go. Oh, and you should also check to see that it's straight. Over here. Oh, we have some cats in the background there. And then when you have that about to where it looks like it's got a good angle, this could maybe go up just a little. Then I'm going to do, let's see, I'm just going to stick this on with my thumb. You can do like a whale tail where you push there, there, across the bottom. This one's just going to be, just going to stick that guy right on. I'm going to clean it off with my thumb there a little bit.
Nice.
Anyway, so it's nice and finished. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're going to take this and I'm going to tilt this down a little bit. And you can work on that shape. Not too much. Not the flux of it too much. That's pretty good. And there you have it.
Very nice.
Yeah.